Hello, my sweet friends. It's Tracy. Welcome to today's video. I am so glad that you are here because I have some fun crafts and DIYs to share with you today. I'm collaborating with my sweet friends in the Mystery Box Challenge for February 2025. Now, this is hosted by my sweet friend Courtney of Creative on the Cheap. And what she does is she pulls several of us YouTubers together, and there's all kind of like challenges and a theme. There's also some voting for your favorites and all of that stuff. I'll go through it as I go through the video so that you don't forget. There's also a cheat sheet so you don't have to like remember who did what and that kind of thing, but I'll go through that. Now, my box was sent over to Courtney there, so she's going to be opening my box, which you've probably already seen if you're watching my video. My box came from a Wendy from White Sparrow Living, Luke 12:6. So I'm so excited to open this box with you. I haven't opened it yet. I don't know what's in it. And so I'm sure it's going to be fabulous. Now, she did warn me. But it's going to be all good. But I'm so glad that you're here, guys. There is going to be some information in the description box as far as the, playlist so that you don't miss any of the videos. Also, the voting cheat sheet, as well as the voting link so that you can see everyone who is participating and you can vote for your favorites. All right, guys, let's open this box and see what Wendy sent me. If you want to be surprised on the items Wendy sent me, I'll put the timestamp on the screen for you to skip ahead. Okay, this is a little card from Wendy that says she is clothed in strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future. Proverbs 31:25. Very sweet. Has this right here. Look at how pretty that is. So pretty. Oh, look. Her beautiful handwriting, her beautiful lettering. So let's see what this is. Oh, shine bright. Okay, she wrote me a little note. It says, my sweet friend Tracy, I'm so happy we're finally getting to pick up where we last left off for the Mystery Box Challenge. I'm excited to see all of your incredible decor you come up with, and even even though Courtney put us through the ringer with this one because she assigned us different countries. And so my country is Australia. I'll tell you about that a little bit. And then she put cricky. I'm not quite familiar with that, or from Australia. She put in parentheses. And then she says, I hope we can still be friends after you open your box, but I promise no armadillos. Because I'm in Texas, and that is armadillos. It's a part of Texas. We have to do something for our state too. Love you to the moon. God is love. Be the light. Your mate, Wendy, with a heart. Love it, love it, love it so much. So let's go ahead and see what's in this box. Okay, so this month the theme is travel, and so I'll put the list of what or kind of the directions of what we were told. So this is a wooden cross. It's a Cinder's Choice. And then this is another Cinder's Choice. It's some Hello Spring napkins. Everything is just so beautifully wrapped with this pink and white ribbon. You did so good. Now this is that's challenge item. Okay, we're gonna open these last. Okay, so then this is the packing one. So some little bottles, some little clear bottles. This right here is the toiletry, some toothbrushes. Okay, this right here is electronic. This is the one where she said she's sorry. So it's a USB cord. Then this is the piece of clothing. So I'll take everything apart when I do the videos. And then this right here is the entertainment. So this is a plastic 3-tier or 3-compartment tray. And then this right here is Cinder's Choice. And this looks like a mat. So I'll take everything apart because everything is just wrapped so well. Thank you, Wendy. Everything is wrapped so well. So let's put this back in, and then we're going to open the challenge items. Okay, so we had to send, in our box, we had to send something that represents our state. And so Sweet Wendy is over in California. And so she had to, or she needed to include something from her state. Oh, how cute! A bear. It says, life is a journey, enjoy it. Cute. So I have to do, that's one of my challenge items. So the second challenge item is a Cinder's Choice. Everything is just wrapped so nicely. Okay, this is a Cinder's Choice. Let's see what's up. Some big old googly eyes. Oh my goodness, I have never seen those big googly eyes. That's all right. Thank you, Wendy. I have some ideas. So I have a little bit of time that I'm going to think on to get some things done. I'll meet you back here and we're going to jump into these DIYs and crafts that I'm going to come up with. For this project, I'm using the plastic tray. This is the entertainment item that was in my box. I took off the very cute pink and white ribbon. Now I'm going to figure out what I want to do with this plastic tray. I took off the sticker pretty easily, and then I decided to give it a coat of this chalk colored spray paint. Took it outside. It was a very sunny, bright day here in Southeast Texas, and so I decided to give that a coat of that. Then I have this tissue paper that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to pull out the ones that I want. It has like some greenery on it. I thought it would be perfect for the spring season, so I'm just going to Mod Podge that on my entire tray. This is one of the Cinder's Choice items that was in my box, and it is so cute. It's a burlap runner, and I love, love, love the pattern on it, and I hated to cut it apart or do something with it, but I needed to for this video purpose. So what I decided to do is make some Easter eggs, and so I'm just tracing out a pattern on some cardstock. Honestly, I didn't really need to do that. I could have just drawn it just freehand, but I wanted to share how to cut out a pattern on some cardstock if someone may not know. And so I just traced it out on the burlap, and then I glued both sides together, left a little section at the top so I could put in some fabric fill stuffing just to make my eggs a little poofy. And then these just turned out really cute, and they look great in my little dough bowl or my little tray that I created out of the plastic tray. Next is the small bottles, which is the packing item from my box. So I am going to make them into some carrots. And what I did is I took some orange chalk paint. Now this is in the color pumpkin. I put it in a little dish because I wanted to add some thickening just to give it a little bit of texture. And this sea spray additive by Dixie Belle gives me exactly what I'm looking for. Just thicken it up a tad. I just use a little plastic palette knife just to put it on the bottle. And as I was doing it, I was thinking, this kind of looks like grubby candles. If you are familiar, these are very popular in the primitive country decorating world. And so, hey, there's an idea, and I may make some of those in the future. So once my carrots were dry, I let them dry overnight so they were nice and good to go. And so I just took some Kills dark wax, and I just took my finger and just kind of grubbied that up a bit. Then I took some of my plaster color chalk paint and then just dry brushed a little bit of that over it. Then to decorate them, I just took pieces of homespun and wrapped it around the neck of the bottle. And then I needed my carrots to have a little bit of weight because I didn't want them to tump over. And so I had some of these small glass beads that I had from the Dollar Tree. So I just put some of those in there. Then for the ribbon, like I said, I had strips of homespun fabric, and you can get homespun at Hobby Lobby as well as jubileefabric.com. That is an online store that you can get different patterns and stuff. I'm not affiliated. I just like shopping there at their website. Anyway, so I have some of this faux Sweet Annie that I got from Craft Outlet, as well as some greenery berries that I had on hand. And also that sisal grass is something that I've been adding to my projects and absolutely love it. If you're interested in that, I do have it listed in my Amazon storefront, or I have the link in the description box. This project is using the Cinder's Choice, which is this wooden cross. I'm going to go ahead and give it some stain using my Antique Wax by Waverly, and just a baby wipe. I just spread that on so that I get it the color that I want. I do all of the sides, the front, the back, underneath, and all of that good stuff. All right, so then to give it a little bit more definition, I like to take my vintage photo distress ink and give it a little bit more around the cross just to define it a bit more. Then for a stand, I pulled out one of these wood slices that I had on hand, and I wanted to give it a little bit more height. So I have these large tumbling tower blocks. I pulled two of them out. Like I said in previous videos, when I use them, I got them from Walmart one year when they were clearancing out a bunch of their toys. And so I got a big can of the Jenga or tumbling tower blocks for very cheap. Anyway, so I gave them each a coat of the antique wax, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue them onto the wood slice so that I can then glue on my cross. Then I'm going to add some moss just that I got from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to add that around the bottom of it. Then for the florals, what I'm going to use are some little flowers that I got from Hobby Lobby. They're just little white flowers, and I just think that they just make a really good little presence and nothing too overbearing for this little cross, little decor piece. The very small grapevine wreath is the perfect addition to the top of my cross, just to represent the Lenten season. Now I'm going to be using the piece of clothing, which is this cute little purple t-shirt, and it actually was too good. I didn't want to cut it up, so what I decided to do is just cut the bottom of it. I'm just using my rotary cutter, and I'm just going to cut off a piece of it, and then I'll be using that for the draping for around my cross, just to represent the Lent season. I'm not going to glue the purple piece of clothing there to it because once it's Easter, then I want to go ahead and change it out with a white piece of material to represent He is risen. Yes, He is risen indeed. And so I just absolutely love the way that this turned out. And thank you to Wendy for sending me some awesome things to create with. Hey friends, I hope that you are enjoying today's video. It is in collaboration with some fellow YouTubers, hosted by Creative on the Cheap. This is the Mystery Box Challenge, the first one for February 2025. There will be links in the description box for the entire playlist, as well as the voting. There also is an award show that Courtney puts together at the end of the voting week. And so all of that will be available in the description box, so just check out the link. In the Mystery Box Challenge, there's always requests for specific challenge items or something specific that we needed to do. And this month was we needed to send something from our state or that represents our state. So Wendy sent me this bear, and I knew right away what I was going to do with it because even though I'm in Texas, Wendy is in California. So she sent me the bear, and I knew right away that I was going to paint it into a black bear. My sister, guys, absolutely loves black bears. And so in the fall of 2023, right before my dad passed away that November, like 2 months before, we had taken a family trip to Colorado, and that's all my sister talked about was seeing a black bear, like a real black bear. So we got her these stuffed bears because we got so tired of her talking about it. No, we did not want to see a black bear. Anyway, it has become quite the joke and quite the memory. So thank you, thank you, thank you, Wendy. I cannot express enough to you for sending me this bear so that I could paint it for her. Her last name starts with an H, so I may cut out an H on my Cricut and put it on the black bear. So thank you, Wendy. Now let's get into the next challenge item. Okay, I will admit that Wendy really did challenge me on these googly eyes as well as the USB cord. I kind of played around with different ideas. I thought about a bunny, but the USB cord wasn't stiff enough in order for me to make the little bunny ears. So I changed it to what I created in the project. All right, so I wanted the black of the eyes to stay put, and so I just cut a little slit in the back of it and then glued it so that it would stay put and would not move around. Now for the body or for the head for my bee, I have this sign that I got from the Dollar Tree. It's like one of those, like, I guess, quotations or something like that, because it had a little piece of extra. So I cut that off with my box blade because I didn't need that. And then for the USB cord, I had thought I would like glue it around the eyes to make like rims of glasses, but I couldn't get any of my glue to stick. I got tired of playing with it, so I just decided to paint it. And so it kind of has little lip on the edge of it, and so the paint kind of went on there really nicely. I'm just using just some barn red paint by Dixie Belle that stuck really, really well, so it looks like she has some red glasses or glass frames on there. Again, Wendy did challenge me with this USB cord, but in the end, it all worked out good. So I pulled out some black wire that I had on hand and just twisted it around the USB cord. And then I'm going to take a black bead that I had on hand and stick that in the wire too. Add as the top of the antenna. And so I just twisted it around and just cut it off the way that, the length that I wanted, twist it so that it looked really cute on my bee head. And so, anyway, that's what I decided to do for the electronic one for the item that we were supposed to use. Anyway, so I glued the googly eyes on my bee and then attached the antenna there to the top. I was going to make a bow, but I totally forgot, but I can still do that because I'm going to make a bee body and put some wings on her and all of that good stuff. I just love her sweet little smile and happy with the what I came up with for this project. For the twist this month, since the theme was travel, we were each assigned a country. And so my country assigned to me was Australia. And so, even though I've never been to Australia, it may be something on my bucket list. But through a little bit of research, I found out that spring actually starts on August 31st and goes through November 29th. So they do not have the same seasons like I do here in Texas. And so I wanted to use the napkins from my box, and the napkins have Hello Spring on there. And so I wanted to use that for my wording. And so I trimmed out the Hello Spring and Mod Podge that onto the little house. Now I'm going to be making just little spring house, little window boxes with little flowers. And what I also used, I kind of like had to tap into my imagination of what to use for the toothbrushes. And so besides doing paint splatters, I decided to paint them with moss green. And I'm going to be cutting off, I'm going to use the bristles. So I cut off the rest of the toothbrush handle. I'm going to be using that as little grass for my window boxes. Now, I did use 2 small tumbling tower blocks. Those come from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to be using that as the base of my window boxes. And so then I'm going to be just gluing everything together. I added a little bit of moss as well, just to get a little bit more substance, a little more whimsical touch. And then for the little flowers, now what I found out, the national flower for Australia is the golden wattle. Now there were a couple of other names that I really can't pronounce, but I just am pretending that these sweet little yellow flowers are the golden wattle. And as I am visiting Australia, I am going to be driving through and see so many of the little beautiful flowers and all of the countryside in Australia. I will have a link to the playlist at the end of the video as well as in the description. I appreciate you watching. I can't wait to do another mystery box challenge with you all again. Have a blessed day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.